Hello, everybody. This is Carrie Myronik with the Sassy Sisters, and you're listening to Society Bites Radio.
Society Bites.
Society Bites Radio.
That's a new one for Society Bites. Cool.
So we are here with another episode of Sassy Sisters, and I am Carrie. I'm one of the co-founders of the group, and I'm here with my partner in crime. And who are you anyway?
I'm Kim.
How do you spell that?
I know. Sometimes people ask me how to spell my last name, which is Smith. Really? You got to ask that?
Yeah. So, Kim, what do you do in real life?
What don't I do? Is more the question.
People ask us, our listeners have been asking us, what do we do in real life?
So, in real life, I do many things. I am the co-founder of this group. I am a AAA independent travel agent, and I have a business called Kim's Connections, and my fiance and I own a painting company.
It's called Cranenberg Painting, right?
It sure is.
How do you spell that?
Kranenburg.
Awesome.
That is a tough one. Even I spelled it wrong in the beginning.
Yeah.
What about you, Carrie? You kind of have a hard name to spell. Even your first name is a little bit different.
Oh, yeah. Don't even try to spell my name. It's just if you come close, I'm fine.
So how do you spell it?
Okay. So my name is Carrie, and it's spelled Kari the correct way. Okay. There are 37 wrong ways to spell Carrie and one correct way. And I also have a Ukrainian last name that I inherited from my husband, and nobody will spell it right, nobody will say it right, so let's just not even go there.
Oh, really?
It's great. But in real life, I am a real estate agent for Bishop West Real Estate, serving Northport, Sarasota, and Venice, and I am busy. Very busy. It's a great market right now.
You are.
Yeah,
brand new
really
real estate
fun.
Agent, and she is kicking
We're kicking
ass.
some
and
we're
taking names.
You bet. So tonight we have an amazing guest. We have another fabulous sassy sister. Her name is Isabelle Stevenson.
Imagine that.
Her name is beautiful, and so is she. She's just
Thank you.
gorgeous. Isabelle was born in France and raised in Germany. She's certified through Life Inspired Now coach training, the Gottman Institute, and Building Connected Communities. She loves to learn all things in the self-development world, then make it concise and pass it on with lots of her life experiences. So she's a life coach. So that's awesome. You're a life coach. What's a life coach, Isabelle?
What's a life
what's
coach do,
going on.
right?
Yeah.
Before I say that, let me just, because you went off on names, so my maiden name is mispronounced terribly. It's Jehle, and Americans pronounce it like Chelly. It's not.
And how do you pronounce it?
Yela. Yela.
Yela.
So it's so hard a name. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, a life coach, there's many different ways you can go. So I focus on relationships because that's who I am. I'm a mom of 6 and married. And
Wait. Stop right there. We're gonna get into the life coaching thing here, but we're gonna
So relationships is my thing. That's my jam because I'm surrounded by it all day.
So wait, Katie says 6 children. That's uterus abuse.
Okay, mine did fine.
So let's go back.
Mine did fine.
Okay, so you were born in France.
Yes.
Okay, where in France were you born?
Okay,
How long
so
did you live there?
Just across the border from Germany to France. It's called Alsace-Lorraine.
Yes.
My mom was actually German. My dad was French, and his parents were German. So it was kind of the area that was German, French, French.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Ooh la la.
Yeah. Ooh la la.
In my
And I
neighborhood-
don't speak it.
You
I
don't
don't
speak
speak
it.
it. I know a few sentences. That's it.
I have to say, in my neighborhood, we have 2 streets. One is Alsace and one is Lorraine.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the other one's
I've seen them.
Way, which, I mean, I'm sure
Yeah, so that's
somebody
where I'm born,
took a trip
yep.
someday and then they
Yep.
Okay. So, okay, so how long...
Wait, I have a question. Do you know King Arthur?
I do not. I do not.
That was our producer's Katie. She's like a little spitfire. She can't talk. Okay, she's awesome.
No.
Okay, So, okay, so you lived in Europe when you were a kid. How long did you live there?
Okay,
Where did you come?
so in France I lived for 1 year, and then I guess my mom was homesick, so we moved back to Germany, Black Forest area, and I lived in one little quaint village for like 11 years, 10 years, and then we moved to a city, and I lived there for 10 years and finished my school, and then I went on a trip to the U.S. as a nanny.
Wait,
you're a nanny.
so that's why you have this cute little accent.
That's right, that accent. Yeah, I can't change it. That's what it is. Like it or not.
I love it. So nanny.
What city did you live in Germany?
Okay, so it was a little village called Zellweyerbach. Don't ask me to spell that. Beautiful vineyards and everything, gorgeous. Like if you look in a book, like quaint little German village, it would be that image with the trader look on the houses. The wood blanks. I don't know, is that what it's called?
Tudor.
And then we moved because my mom passed when I was little, and my dad met somebody else.
How old were you when your mom?
I was 6. Yeah.
Do you remember your mom?
I do a little bit, and I was like on a mission to ask my aunts and uncles stories. Tell me stories.
Sure.
I want to know. I want to have all the pictures. So I got pictures, and basically the stories they told me, because I didn't remember that much.
So you do have like a collective image of your mom that you built through your pictures, and that's awesome.
Yes, and I'm told she was very sweet and kind, and she was a master seamstress and loved kittens, and I tried. It was not passed down to me. It was not. I tried a few of my favorite things. Yeah, so she was awesome.
All right, so okay, so then you lived in a city. Which city?
That was Karlsruhe. That literally means Karl's resting place, and there's a big pyramid in the middle of the center of the town, and that's his grave.
Oh,
so that's our landmark, and it was a university town, so lots of young people, lots of life, and I went through school there, and the German school system's very different. And I started a pediatric nursing training, but before that, I was a nanny.
We want to hear about that.
So,
and you came to the United States as a nanny. Okay,
because after high school, which was 13 grades, by the way, 13 grades. And a grueling exam at the end, by the way. After that, I had a year between that and my pediatric nursing training, a whole year. So I volunteered in a hospital, like, good girl, because that looks good on the application if you want to become a nurse. But then I'm like, I'm not doing that shift work for a whole year, not getting paid a penny. So I worked a little bit and paid for my airfare to come here. Before that, I had met an American family in my hometown, because we had an army base, and I babysat for them. And I mentioned in a dialogue that I would like to kill time for a few months as a nanny. And they said, why don't you come with us?
Oh, how nice.
So I did see them in Texas, but before that I was with a family in New Jersey and one in Florida.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
So don't you get attached to the children? I think I would, especially if they're really
Depends on the children.
If they're not brats.
I didn't. No.
So you
I did not get attached to them.
Disconnect?
Oh, yeah. Actually, with one family, I'd connected very much. That was my favorite family in New Jersey, and I'm in touch with the mom and a little bit with her children to this day, and that was 30-something years ago.
Wow. How old were the children when you were a nanny?
Well, in the New Jersey family, the reason I got there was because they had 3 girls and a premature boy. He was 2 months premature, so that was my reason for helping them.
Oh, wow.
And they are now... Oh gosh, so I was 19 and the oldest girl was 16, so it wasn't that much of a difference. So she's got her own family now.
She's like my age.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's interesting. So one of the families brought you to the U.S.? Is that what you said?
They said I could stay with them, but they went back from Germany to the U.S. and they didn't have, they weren't settled yet, so they literally wrote an ad in their church bulletin. And I got many, many letters in response that I wanted to come as a nanny and help out a family for some pocket money. It wasn't an agency; it was just personal. And we got a stack of letters. I'm like, I don't know where to go. I've never been. So the father of the family I babysat for helped me decide, and then I stayed with 2 other families before I stayed with them.
Wow, that's really awesome.
So my question is, okay, so you came to the U.S. as a nanny.
Yeah.
And did you ever go back, or did you stay
yes.
here? Okay.
Well, I did go back, but I did meet this guy named Randy, who's now my husband.
you met
family.
the
So I went
boy.
back.
Okay.
I went back and I started my nursing training, but then I didn't finish, and I came here. We got married.
Because you fell in love.
Love.
So how'd you meet Randy?
He was a friend of the family.
Okay.
And he went to the same church.
And how'd you know he was the one?
How did I know? It just felt right. I don't know.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. So did you finish your nursing training
I did
then?
not.
Okay.
That's a regret, and I tell my girls all the time I should have finished.
What?
I tried to pick up here again when I moved, and it's super complicated to get German credits transferred to American credits. So I started all over, and I chose a physical therapy assistant, but that's one of the things I studied, but I'm not practicing right now.
So when you moved here,
Yeah.
did you know English?
I knew school English.
Okay. How did it go?
School English. What's
Proper English, like trousers. You were wearing trousers.
You learn what they teach you in school.
Yes.
So did you have any difficulty speaking English when you were
Yes,
here?
I was laughed at a lot. For
You were
example,
laughed at? Oh.
I have 2 stories.
Examples
Okay,
are good.
I have
Tell
2
us about
stories. So in the host family I was at, they were great people, loving people. But one morning I asked if they wanted a beagle. Okay. Can you guess what that was?
I'm guessing a
beagle.
A beagle.
I'm still like teased, to death about that. And then actually when I lived here and I, picked up all the slang, because we don't learn that in school, right?
Idioms.
They don't teach us slang.
No.
Really?
So in idioms, if you don't
The idioms,
notice.
like the everyday
yeah.
things. So, and I did not have like, oh, this is American culture compared to German culture. Like my friend got in her job, she works for a German company. She got that training. I never got that. So here he goes. So I'm at a youth event because we were involved with our youth groups for many years. And the youth leader said, hey, we should meet. Yeah, we should meet. And to me, that meant we should meet. So I actually got my calendar out and asked what time and what day. And he looks at me like I have 5 heads. Like, because all he said was like, let's meet. And that's like saying goodbye. So, right?
Oh, yeah, I would have been very confused.
That's very confusing.
Or like, see you later. That just means bye. So I had to learn a lot of things. Germans take things literal, so that's why.
So,
Okay.
all right. So apparently you had really long hair for a while.
Yes,
So
I
what's
did.
going on with that?
With thick, long hair, and I actually went out while I was a nanny here in the States. The first time I came, my host mom went to the hairdresser, and I went with her, and I asked the hairdresser to do layers, and the hairdresser said, "No, that's gonna mess up your hair." So I kept that long hair forever, and it took me years to have the courage to get layers. So it was like down to here.
Oh my gosh.
I could do 5 braids.
Past your
You could do-
bra strap.
Oh, down to here, yeah.
Even longer.
Yeah.
Down your waist?
Not the waist, but long and thick and curly.
Wow.
So
I like it now.
Oh.
Do you still have family in Germany?
Yes. So my dad passed also in 2011.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I have a brother, and I have one aunt left.
Okay.
Everybody else was like older and passed away, and then cousins.
And tell us about your brother. I hear he has some issues.
Yes, he's super sweet, the kindest man ever, but he was diagnosed just before I got married. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia or a psychosis, like a mix of both. But he's doing great. He's working part-time, and he's got his own apartment, and we have great conversations. And sometimes he talks about his crazy friends, and I'm like, you know what, your friends aren't that much different than mine.
Are you talking about SASSY?